We're back from the holidays with top shots from Pop the Balloon or Find Queer Love and The Circle Down South. A Flavor starts our tearjerkers this week. And Loose Screws come all the way from Butch Queen University and back down south. We also have 3 Employees of the Week. We also have 2 brand new segments. Saturdays just got better with your hosts, D'Angelo Hernandez, Oakland Jonas Galloway, and CJ Waters.
And welcome back to the Morning After, the one and only web reality morning show. We're excited to be here and we're happy to have you with us. We're back from holiday break and we've got an entirely new menu. Guys, how was you guys' break off? How was your Thanksgiving?
I didn't get to spend time with my mom or my family back at home. So instead, I went to go visit my friends out in Fort Worth, and we had like a pretty much a Friendsgiving, and it turned out pretty good. Something different.
So, how did your holiday go?
My holiday went really good. It was definitely needed for me, so I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my family, and some friends who came to see me as well. So I'm back, I'm better, and I'm ready to take over.
Absolutely love that. My holiday was pretty good. I just kicked it with my bestie. If you guys saw my Instagram stories, we had a great time playing. I know you effing lying. Shout out to Terrell Gray. But yeah, I had a great time. I had the day off, so I'm always happy about that. But yeah, without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this week's menu and start with our top shot.
It's time for Top Shocks.
This week's top shots come from Zuri of Pop the Balloon or Find Queer Love, hosted by Trax, The Circle Down South, and Butch Queen University. We're going to start with Zuri from Pop the Balloon. He was this bachelor in the second clip who thought that it was pretty obvious when he said that he doesn't date content creators that we all knew that he was talking about sex
What would you
workers.
say some of your deal breakers are?
Ooh, you gotta have something that you're passionate about career-wise. I can't do a scammer. I can't do any alternative type lifestyles, if you know what I mean.
I don't. So
Content creators. So can't
Was
do.
that obvious to you, or was that kind of confusing? Start with CJ.
I'm not gonna say it was confusing, but I feel like he could have elaborated a little more because when people say content creator nowadays, well, I will say content creator in this generation, it stands for sex. Like people think about sex workers, but at the same time, it could also mean like you can do TikTok, like anything for social media from that range of areas. But yeah, I just feel like he needed to elaborate that a little more before it went to like that kind of assumption.
Mm. What were your thoughts, D'Angelo?
So I'm actually gonna kind of going to touch bases on what CJ said a little bit. Like he said, within this generation, you automatically go to content creators as being like Twitter stars and sex workers, right? So in my mind, when he said it, I automatically knew like, okay, well, he don't want no porn girl, he don't want no Twitter girls, he don't want no Pornhub, hamster, whatever used to go on, he don't want it. So I had already got gathered that from what he said, but like CJ said, he definitely could have been saying it. He did need to elaborate just a little bit more for the people who really didn't know.
Gotcha. For me, I'm one of those people who needed to have that, be a little bit more dissected because I was like content creator because he was in my top shots for a completely different reason, like for the whole content creator thing. Because I was like, wait, you don't date people who are content creators, yet you're on a dating show for content. That was so confusing to me. And then he broke it down later and was like sex workers. I was like, oh, okay. When did that become commonplace? Because I did not know that like that was just the normalized thing of like you create content, so now people just assume you do OnlyFans and the thing. I did not know that. When did that become a thing?
And then not only that, he did not give the guy his bloom back, so I was confused about that too. Even though he clarified it for him.
I mean, fair
Mm,
enough.
I really think he didn't give him his balloon because he wasn't feeling them. Like initially, if you look back at it, I think he was feeling like somebody else on there. But I think when the guy started talking, he got a little bit more interested because he actually wanted to know like what kind of content that you did, and he had to clear it up. So I think that caught his attention and made him pay more attention to him. But I did want to touch on something really quick, Oakland. So, because you're on a dating show, does that mean you create your own? You're a content creator?
I mean, it would. I mean, I would say yes because what are you doing on a dating show? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to your point about the whole content creator thing being normalized. I would assume that if you're on a dating show in 2025, it's because you're trying to elevate some sort of presence in the media, web, content, internet
Yeah.
space. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Circle Down South, and I want to talk about them dropping their eighth episode out of nowhere after a year-long hiatus. Now, outside of that being shocking enough, they gave us a lot to talk about within that episode, but I want to just start there. Starting with CJ, of course, because this is your show. How did you feel about this episode finally coming out and the hiatus that took us here?
To be honest, I just feel like there needs to be an explanation on as to why it has came out this late because for us to be like promoting the show like that for like the past couple of months and nothing has came out until now, it's like okay, why now? Because people been like back then, ever since we've been promoting it, like there has been people asking like, where's the show? Why is it had canceled the stopping point? So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
D'Angelo, what was your news? What was your reaction to getting the news that the show was coming back?
Well, I'm happy to see you on there, CJ.
Me
It's
too.
been a while. Me personally, I was happy to see the episode. I'm definitely glad it came out. I just wish it would have came out a little sooner. You guys might have lost a couple fans that was invested, because sometimes when things don't come out right away, sometimes the viewers tend to go elsewhere, or they just end up kind of forgetting about it. But I'm happy it came out. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season is gonna look like.
I agree with that. I'm definitely excited that the show is back. I'm excited to see you back and what's coming from the rest of your season. Um, Speaking of coming from the rest of your season, there was a couple things that I wanted to touch on from the episode, and the episode opened up with you basically logging out of the group chat because you had a bit of an emotional cleanse, right?
Hmm.
You kind of talk to us about what was going on at that time and what led up to that, that lapse.
So pretty much, I was actually going through like a financial issue at the time. I was also living with like my ex's family members at the time, and it was kind of like it was pretty much like awkward to me. So yeah, I had that going on, and then not only that, I wasn't working at the time, but the only thing I was doing was like driving for Lyft, and it was kind of hard for me to like do what I need to do because I had to take them to work every night. Well, not them, but it was one of them because the other one was working for themselves. So it was difficult for me to like do all of that at one time, but thankfully I actually made it through that, all of it. Yeah, all of that to come to this point now.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that, you've made it through that and talk to us about how you're doing now and kind of like gauge us about like from that moment to where we are now. How are you doing at this moment?
So at this moment, I feel like I'm in a clear space. I'm able to learn from, things that I have done back then. I could look at it now and be like, wow, well, I didn't really have to do that. So
Speaking of didn't have to do that, there's another thing that I want to talk about from the episode. I love it, and when you set me up for one, I'm gonna take it. I wanted to ask you about a moment in the episode because this was pretty shocking for me. There was a point in the episode where you all had gotten together and you pulled Robert to the side, right? And you asked this young man out on a date, and he told you he was dating. That was that. But the whole confessional of it all, when it comes to his reaction to you asking him out, was quite disheartening for me. And I wanted to know how you felt about seeing
I didn't feel any type of way because honestly, I wasn't even like attracted to him like that. I looked at him as a friend, so yeah.
that. Wait, now what?
It's a lot to explain. I mean, it's not a lot to explain, but y'all know what I mean. When you like, you have like this little crush on somebody, but at the same time, you really don't.
No,
I don't,
girl. I don't know what that means.
What?
I don't know what that means, friend.
But not for real. Like, I didn't really like him like that. I just seen him as a friend. But other than that, that really wasn't supposed to happen. But it did anyway. Hint, hint.
Okay. So, is there anything else you would like to expound on when it comes to that hint, or should we stay tuned?
Stay tuned.
Duly noted. On that note, we're going to get to our last top stock and talk about Butch Queen University. And there was a lot that came from that episode that was shocking, but what I want to talk to you guys about is the episode being so short. This episode was literally 17 minutes and some change. And I wanted to get you guys' reaction, starting with D'Angelo, on how you felt about this episode being less than half the time of the previous episode.
Well, I think maybe he thought the last episode was too long, so he decided to trim this one down. And then also, I mean, Jesus, don't get me. I don't think it was too much to talk about within this episode. I mean, I think that pretty much like we seen it. They was producing, they was giving their content, they were twerking, they were having a good time, and then boom, uh, you have a transgender woman outside getting handled by the police officers. I mean, at that end, we done got our 1, 2, we done got the boom of it all. Shit, we don't need no more else. That's what he said. 17 minutes is all you gonna get this week.
CJ, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts were I wasn't expecting it to be short, but I mean, I feel like it was well balanced out for it to be a short episode at the same time. So I'm not really mad at him for keeping it short and cute and simple and ended it with somewhat of a good fashion because I felt really bad about the trans girl getting beat up by the police and yeah, whatever
Yeah,
happened.
that was a pretty unfortunate incident. I hope that we get some sort of explanation in the next episodes about what that was about. Um, because based on what they said in the episode, it was just an uninvited, unexpected person that was escorted onto set. So I'm trying to figure out how this uninvited person got escorted onto set, and then all of this melee happened. But in the comments of the episode, I did see because there was a lot of people complaining about the episode being so short, and the studio did respond, and they said that the next couple episodes are going to be 30 minutes plus, so they're going to return to their normal runtime. But they didn't necessarily explain why this episode was so short. So I'm gonna assume that it's because of this incident with this trans lady getting her ass whipped by 3 police
Boxed her
officers.
up.
Belt to ass.
Girl, they boxed her up.
Now, mind
Belt to
you,
ass.
I don't understand why the episode was so short, being that after this whole incident occurred, they cut to this whole dress up moment with two guys doing the white chicks moment and all of that. I was like, had stuff left to show, then why not give us a full whatever? Okay, fine. That's he said that the next few episodes will be more than 30 minutes. So I guess we'll just see what we get from those next episodes and see if that explains why this episode is so short. Fingers crossed. But we're gonna get a little real for a second and go deep because I
Uh-oh.
want to talk about tearjerkers.
Get your tissues. It's time for our tearjerkers.
Alrighty, so tugging at our hearts this week, we have A Flavor joining the menu, and we have Mari from GameBoyzz and Tay from Butch Queen University. We're gonna start with A Flavor joining us from Fox Soul, and we're gonna talk about Andra and her daughter Cammy and the origin story with her starting Cammy's Cakes, her restaurant, as well as her giving her daughter some tough love when it comes to her preparing to go to school.
My name is Andra Hall, and my business is Cami Cakes. Cami Cakes started as a gourmet cupcake bakery. So we do a collection of cupcakes, about 25 flavors a day. My ex-husband and I refinanced our home, took a little cash out, and started that very first store with about $25,000.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Camille. The name Cami came from my daughter, Camille.
I see you're creating cupcakes for the store.
You want to help?
Yes,
I need your
please.
help. It's still challenges, and the biggest thing I wanted her to understand is that, and a lot of times I don't think I've ever used the word autistic around in her presence.
All right. What cupcake should I decorate?
The cookies and cream. No, this is cookie dough.
Okay.
I've been thinking it's time for you to.
I want to start with D'Angelo, and I want to get you guys' reactions to this scene and what you guys thought about it.
First of all, I absolutely love the show. I love the concept of what they're doing. It is definitely going to make some noise. In regards to her and her daughter, when I tell you it touched my heartstrings, I already been emotional as it is. So it just really touched me because I used to work with autism and special needs kids. So just to see how she's, trying to install those basic ADA things that us people who don't have autism, or what they would say are normal people, we don't go through that. You know what I mean? We already kind of have those and we can kind of figure out what we need to do. But someone who is autistic or have some type of special needs, you have to kind of, go a little bit more in depth. You have to be patient, you have to be kind, and you have to understand, and a lot of people don't. But to see her actually do that, it really touched my heartstrings, and I loved every bit of it.
Very beautiful. CJ, what did you take from that scene?
Um, I will say that a little teardrop had fell out my eye because it was kind of like when she explained why she did the business, I guess named it after her daughter, and then seeing her daughter there as well. It really touched me in so many ways because I have a cousin that's also has autism, and then I also have another friend that's within my friend group that has it as well. But other than that, it really touched me, and I'm kind of glad she's using that and capitalizing that and setting her daughter up for success as well when it comes to that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. For me, it touched me in a little bit of a different way because one, I am a parent, and two, I am a parent to a daughter. My daughter necessarily isn't on the spectrum, but just seeing the parental dynamic and her giving her daughter some tough love when it comes to her going to school and being set up for the next stage of her journey, it was really kind of inspiring and it was relatable to me. Um, my daughter's in the fifth grade right now, and as she's going through, her growing pains and the development that she's having from year to year, her her stories that she comes to me with about school are getting more and more difficult for her to deal with, and so I took a lot from this scene with her balancing her catering to her daughter in a soft way while also giving her the tough love to enable her to be the independent woman that she's capable of being. So it was very heartwarming for me, and I really appreciated it. So shout out to A Flavor. We're definitely gonna keep watching. I'm excited to see what you guys bring. Your next few episodes. I'm really looking forward to. But we're gonna move on to the next tearjerker, which is going to be Mari from GameBoyzz. And this pulled at my heartstrings because he's the only femboy, the only super femme person in the house, and he's not being treated any differently than any of the other guys, any of the Bush queens, or the other trade in the house. And I really appreciated that because, you know, what I recognize in the gay community, there is a level of misogyny that trickles down through the LGBT community, and I appreciated seeing Mari just being treated as one of the other streamers in the house because of that. So, starting with CJ, what did you guys take from Mari's treatment being in the house?
Um, I took it as I was happy to see things. Well, to see that particular scene because we don't have very many friendships like that in our community nowadays because people are very big on like masculine the masculine and the feminine thing, and there's like a very select few of people that are like, okay, you can be who you want to be. So that's what I actually liked about that, is that everybody from different spectrums were all in one room enjoying each other's company, and that's about it.
Completely agree. D'Angelo, what did you think?
I thought it was really good to see, actually. Only because that, like as CJ said, you really don't get to see that dynamic, and everybody is so caught up on the mask and film. They don't want it. They don't want that. They don't want this and that. So to see him like actually in there doing his thing, staying true to himself, because the first episode you seen what he had on, second episode you seen what he had on. I mean, he's literally in there being himself, and that's why he has a following. You know what I mean? Because those people are looking up to him, and they're wondering what he's doing, and they want him to keep doing it. So he's doing his right. He's doing his one too. He don't have to waver himself for anybody. You know what I mean? If they don't want you the way you are, baby, keep it pushing.
100%. I agree with you both. I love that he's coming in being 100% himself, standing on what he's gathered his following for, and the other streamers are also embracing him for it. So it's beautiful to see, and I'm excited to see how he develops. Moving on from that, we're going to put away the tissues and we're going to stand on a little business because I want to talk about loose screws. Okay, so grinding my gears this week, we have Josiah and Caleb from we have we have Lonnie from the Circle Down South, as well as Marco from Butch Queen University. Now, I want to start with Pop the Balloon, and I want to talk about Josiah, the guy with the glasses and the bow tie. And in the first round, he went through the entire process of the questioning and getting to know the guy and doing all of that. And then he popped his balloon because the guy was not the skin color that he was used to, right? Um, Now, my reaction to that is his statements read as blatantly colorist, but I want to get you guys' opinions before I wax on it. So, starting with D'Angelo, what was your reaction to this?
Colorism is real, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. Whether we realize that we're doing it or not, and I think that is the hindrance, because a lot of us don't realize that we're doing it, but we really do. As we got those types, right? I'm attracted to dark skinned dudes, I'm attracted to light skinned dudes, or this person looks better to me, or this typically what I have, or this typically what comes for me. um we're putting people in those categories and we don't even realize it. So it's very much of a bigger issue. Definitely something that we could definitely take a deep dive into, because it's affect us, not even on in the gay scene, you know what I mean, but heavily in the gay scene, because we all know math for math, film for film, chub, dad, keep it over there.
I agree with you. CJ, what did you think?
It really bothered me. Because yes, everybody has a preference, but at the same time, like that's actually the reason why everybody in the community is single now, because everybody has a type, and then some people can't find what they're looking for. But instead of just being like, somewhat open about it in a sense, then maybe like they can find what they're looking for in a different person. But hey.
I completely feel you on that. I just thought it was whack because I was like, you went through this entire process, got to know the person, and then popped his balloon, and then popped your balloon on something that you could have popped your balloon on when he first walked out on. If you're gonna be superficial from the gate. You know what I mean? There's no use in getting to know the person when you already know that you're not gonna like him because he's light skinned. Like it was just whack to me. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like your reasoning really didn't make any sense. And then on top of that, like it
And that's kind of weird to me too.
right. And then on top of that, Caleb kind of did the same thing when it came to the third bachelor and popping his balloon because he was light skinned and brought it. And his reasoning for popping his balloon because he was light skinned was because he stereotyped him as all light skinned people being self absorbed. This was pretty rich for me coming from somebody who lied about their age the entire episode.
Girl, not my camera fell down because they ain't like what you said, girl, because they agreed.
I'm sorry. I just needed us all to be on
Girl,
one
you
accord.
done shook my damn camera, bitch.
I just, what is
Identity fraud.
it? Identity fraud is crazy. But guys, give me your opinions on this, starting with D'Angelo, because it made absolutely no sense to me, but I want to get you guys' opinion first. What What are your thoughts?
First of all, why are you on national TV lying about your age? Let's be very clear. Um, I really came on here and said I was gonna try to get him grace right because I didn't want to read him down, but I'm about to read you down just for a second. First of all, do not get on national TV lying about your age. One, you're already too grown enough to be lying about your age. We don't even know what your real age is. But if you are over the age of 15, 16, 17, you are too old to be lying about your age. First of all. And then I read in a comment that he said that he was doing it because he was trying to gauge them and do this and do that. No, baby. You were doing it because you was having fun. Um, or if you wasn't having fun, maybe you got caught up and didn't realize that you had told this person you was this old and this person you was that old. Or maybe he was drinking because you know they be drinking back there on those shows too. So he might have been a little inebriated. Either way it go, baby, stop lying about your age. Stop trying to get people locked up and stop trying to do all that, baby. That's how niggas be in jail and stuff. Excuse me.
Let me just show y'all how much people lie.
I'm 21. Friend, like we're still
Okay, 21.
like go out.
Watch.
Answer to his question. My name is Caleb. I'm 32. And the end, really like sit down in this situation, be like, you know what? If the shoes on the other
Okay,
foot, I can see
32.
where you was coming from.
But wait.
Without,
What made you pop?
I'm Caleb. I'm 27.
Why do men lie?
But that's enough for me. However old you are. Sorry.
CJ?
Identity theft, like I said. You
Hide
shouldn't
your
be lying
cards,
about
hide
your
your
age.
wallet, hide your social security number.
Hold your ID up and tell the people how old you are and don't lie about it. That's all I gotta say.
I'm screaming. For me, this made me sad. Like, it genuinely made me sad because y'all know I take everything too seriously and I just make everything a little bit too deep, right? So while my initial confusion was about why are people in general, let alone gay men, still lying about their age in 2025? Like, why is this a thing when every year we hear that 30 is the new 20, 40 is the new 20, now 40 is the new, like you know what I mean? Like, it's not like age is so destigmatized in this day and age, but is. And so it's like I just don't understand why that's such a thing.
So let's kind of move on just a little bit because I'm going to talk about the circle down south. There was a moment that Lonnie gave me in the episode that not only gave me pause, but genuine frustration. And before I talk about it or even ask you guys what you think, let's cut to the clip so we all can look at it together.
Hood bitch. We're not married. I'm from the night one.
Are you from a nightclub? Okay, cute.
Is that's close, right? No, indeed. You couldn't walk there.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, if you had good knees.
Oh, during Katrina, how was it for you?
Terrible. Yes. It was awful because during that time I was separated from my boys. During that time I was also married. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about it another time. But just know Katrina was awful.
Is it gone?
You need some more?
I'ma just push it to y'all. CJ, what did you think about this? Because this showcase.
To be honest, I wouldn't have asked about that because I feel like there's something personal, to be honest. Well, there's just me speaking for myself. I just feel like that's personal because I know how hard it was for other people that experienced it. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that.
D'Angelo, how did you feel?
I didn't think he was wrong with asking the question, right? I think it was just the way that he asked the question, or maybe it was the way it was edited, because it was kind of just like boom, like you know what I mean.
Hmm.
I think it's a serious question, you know. Lonnie is actually from my hometown. I know him from back at home. So I think that he didn't necessarily mean any harm by it. And I can say that just from being from the Midwest, sometimes we can say things and it's for us, it's just in jest, right? Or it's just us like really trying to check on the person versus if some people can perceive it wrong. So I kind of didn't perceive it wrong. I think the way it might have been chopped up, it might have came out like that. But I am kind of like But when he asked that, it did make me want to like know like what was your kid sick with, and like what necessarily made you reference that back to Hurricane Katrina, right? Like you know, was your kid sick during Hurricane Katrina, or was it just a lot of people that was sick, and then your kids started being sick, so it put you back in that place? Like it made me think that it made me want to get that answer. To be honest.
Hmm. I appreciate your perception on that because this is one of those moments where it hit me so hard I couldn't even analyze it any deeper because I was like, at first my first interpretation of that was, what the fuck kind of question is that? Hard stop, right? Because nobody's
Mhm.
gonna be like, oh, Hurricane Katrina was popping, bitch. Like I had a great time. You know what I mean? But hearing you say that, okay, we'll extend some grace for contextual misconstruement, right? Maybe what he meant was, what was your experience during Katrina,
Yes.
and how did that go? You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily how was Katrina for you? It was bad for everybody, but maybe that was intended to give more of a deeper pull to her experience than just the average, it was shitty for everybody. So thank you for that, because I was I was out, that took me somewhere else. um let's let's go ahead and skip to Marco from Butch Queen University, because this was funny for me, but it was also kind of unhinged. And he just, Marco said in the episode, he came to Butch Queen University for the niggas. Period. Point
I'm
blank.
looking for the
I'm here for the niggas.
hoes.
He is in Miami looking for a hoochie daddy. And what do y'all think about that? D'Angelo, since you shimming in for the shade, it looks like you're in agreement. So tell us how you feel.
Okay, so I mean, again, I'm not mad. He's being honest, y'all. Like seriously, he's being honest. They asked him a question, and let me tell you, this is how you know he's being honest, right? Because they asked him a question, y'all. He answered that question so motherfucker. He answered that question so quick, y'all. So they let you know that's exactly what he came for. He came to have a good time. He came to promote himself, gain some followers, and if he can meet a nigga at the same time, oh baby, what he losing? Am I wrong or right, CJ? Let me know.
I mean, you have a point, but at the same time, for the niggas, I can go to McDonald's or anywhere else to do that. I'm just being honest. I can go up the street right now and the Mexican will pull over and be like, hola,
Not the
hey.
Mexican girl.
I'm just saying, like, it just things like that, but. But
Okay.
I mean, hey, if he likes
Listen,
somebody,
listen.
Not likely tonight.
My interpretation of that was this. He said in the episode that he's known for creaming on it, right? So I took him saying he's here for the niggas, meaning he's here to make some content. He's here to boost his numbers. He's here to pull the niggas with the followers and, cross pollinate, whatever that may mean, pun intended, for all the things of the things. So I took it as a promotional tool. He's here to, promote the OnlyFans, get the numbers going, let y'all know what he's here for, and, you know, cream on it.
trying to get themselves up for the holidays, I think.
I mean, Christmas is, expensive. And, folks got people to get gifts for. So I can't hate on it. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and scoot over to our power players for the week. And let's talk about the employees of the week. Now, in our winner's circle this week, we're going to talk about Sav from GameBoyzz. We're going to talk about MJ from the most recent episode of Pop the Balloon. And we're also going to talk about Jamal from Witch Queen University. Now, I want to start with GameBoyzz because based on what I'm seeing on these last few episodes that have aired, Sav is being promoted as the star of the season. It's giving full main queen, main character energy. He is the Butch Queen. I don't know if he's the trade of the season, but he's definitely the main character. Starting with CJ, what do you think? And how are you feeling about Sav during this season of GameBoyzz?
I feel like if that is the case, that they're trying to make him the star of the show, well, pretty much carry the entire well, I guess the season, is I'm trying to say. Hey, do what you gotta do.
Fair enough. D'Angelo?
Sav is doing his job. I think he was brung on this season to shake it up. I think he was brung on to bring some viewers. I mean, let's keep it G. We see it. He's definitely being propped up to be the main character. And I don't and necessarily right, let's take a deep dive in it because don't forget the other guy said that everybody else was boring. So let's not forget that he may not even be being propped up. It may be a situation to where he's literally just the only one that's giving that. And he's giving main character energy. You know what I mean? So, I'm not mad at it. Sav is whooping ass. He's handsome. You know, I do wish that he can articulate a little bit more, but he's handsome. He does what he's supposed to do, and I want him to transition over to Now Next TV. So, Sav, if you're listening right now, I want you to go audition for Now Next TV and go whoop some of them over there because you got it. You got it.
And please
I
don't go
can
to
agree
Zeus
with
Network.
that.
Huh?
I can definitely
Please
agree
don't
with.
go.
Oh, sorry, what's CJ? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying please don't go to Zeus Network.
Uh,
Baby, they ain't doing
honestly,
nothing for no men anyway, so we good.
that's what I was about to say. I don't know what they doing with Bad Boys over there. So y'all ain't never gonna get in a reunion, and who knows when y'all gonna get another season. So
Just like
maybe
P
not
Valley, baby.
be
We passed on.
option. Yeah, I can't disagree. Based on your point, I think he is probably the main character because he's the only one that's given it. The whole first few episodes were about the whole cast being boring. So, I mean, if he's the only one doing it, let him do it. And based on the context of the show, he's doing it well. So I can't disagree with what he's got going on. But if we want to talk about Pop the Balloon for a second, I want to go to MJ, who was Bachelor number 3, who really kind of gave the best responses of anybody in the episode when it came to the blanket statements that some of the singles were casting over the bachelors. And let's cut to a clip really quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Is he right in his thoughts?
Absolutely not. You got to go to therapy. All of them need therapy. Period. Y'all need to go to therapy. I need to heal.
You go to therapy?
Yes.
That's
Absolutely. You supposed to go to therapy. That's how you know yourself for real. You got to get an outside opinion because every person think they right. You're not always right. Go to therapy.
You think you're right now?
No, I don't think I'm right about nothing, but I feel like all y'all opinions are about a skin color and a skin tone. I didn't say I didn't like you because of the skin tone.
I was just asking. I'm sorry. I should
You
have been
feel me?
quiet.
I'm not opinionated about nobody, how they appear or what I'm attracted to. It's how you make me feel. So I don't feel nothing because we ain't said nothing. We ain't really talked. So I can't judge you from nothing. Y'all just saying you light skin. Oh, the feeling in the air. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I felt like that was a soft valid crash out. Like he said everything that everybody needed to hear. You need therapy. Because
So
sometimes it works.
I agree with you 100%. The words soft valid crash out are now going to be embedded in my motherfucking brain, bitch. That is hilarious. Um, D'Angelo, what did you think?
Uh, it's it. Um, yeah, the what CJ, that shit is embedded in my brain. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, but I couldn't. Because it's embedded in my brain. But I personally just think that he was a mess, y'all. It. Please stop laughing because I'm trying
Wait,
to be serious, y'all. Stop. I'm trying to be serious.
who
I'm
was a
sorry.
okay?
Now, when we talk about an episode getting cut short, that episode should have been cut short. Because when they made it to the third Bachelor, everything started derailing. It went up here and then it went down there.
I'm
I'm
screaming.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm screaming.
I'm sorry.
Um,
And
I
I can't
listen,
lie
you
to
ain't gotta
y'all, though.
apologize.
You know,
Let's go
well,
ahead.
all I have to say about that is shout out to MJ because I thought that he gave the best response to a colorism coded balloon pop and then suggested therapy in a way that was not only valid but a read and also didn't come off degrading, right? Um,
he read
as
them.
well as he
He
had
read
a
them
lot of
down.
I'm sorry, what?
He read them down.
He read him on
Yeah,
that
like
thing.
he really low key read them down, and he also gave these detailed and informed responses to these sex oriented blanket statements that they were trying to make about people. Like it just like the whole thing about Caleb saying that light skinned people were self absorbed, that whole thing, and then the whole
Which is a
zodiac
lie.
conversation. It was just a whole lot of things that he kind of wrapped them up into a bow on that I just completely commended and I really appreciated. Um, Going on to Butch Queen University, though, this one is a little funny for me, I must say. I can't lie. Jamal being the only one of Graynell Purnell's exes to not have his name tattooed on his face.
It's a smart girl.
Smart girl. Smart
Can
girl.
we all give her a clap, please? 'Cause, listen, you
And it's
did
no
that.
and it's no shade towards him because if you got it like that, baby, I ain't mad at you, baby. Put it down, make him go get that name tatted, baby. They spending the money in it. I ain't mad at it. But Miss Mamas was smart. Congratulations.
Okay. CJ, your thoughts?
I feel the same way. I am so glad he done dodged the ink pen and say, deuces, I'm on to better things. But other than that, yes.
Right. I just, I wanted to shout out Jamal for this because knowing the history of Graynell's exes, tatting his names on his faces, I thought, I instantly want to know more about his story and what led into all of that and why he made that decision not to get the tattoo. But it also made me want to know how old he was. Because if you know the history of Graynell's exes, they tend to be
Below 20.
what some would describe as barely legal. So it also made me curious not only to his backstory and what the details were with his relationship with Graynell, but also how old he is in real life. But yeah, shout out to you. Claps up for him. You did that, smart girl. But yeah, that's it for our recaps for this week. If you want to catch the full episodes of all the shows that we reviewed, make sure you click the links in the description box. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and CJ is going to be back with our morning tea.
If it comes to your brain, it's meant for you to do.
We said we were gonna do something. We set out to do it, but we just can't give up.
My family keeps me going. Knowing that I can do it keeps me going.
What's one piece of advice I would give
to you.
So you were raised in a cult. What brought you back to your faith? Do you think true love exists? So T.I. helped you start your business. Did you feel betrayed? Because I did. You soared with your 15 minutes of fame. So just tell me the truth, producer to producer. One lump or two, it's time for the morning tea.
Good morning, everyone. This is CJ Waters of T News, and I'm bringing you the morning tea. I have 4 topics for you guys, and I hope you're ready to sip and get ready to groove. So, the first topic that we have for today is the Mr. Podcast, and that is hosted by Markel and his husband Robert. So they have been married this past summer, and they decided to come out with a podcast since this past Friday, I believe, on December 2nd. How do y'all feel about that?
I'm excited to see it. You know, I'm always here for relationship dynamics. I like to learn about people, so I'm interested to see what they're going to be discussing. I'm not exactly sure what all their podcast is going to be covering, but I do think it's interesting that they've decided to launch a project together, being so new into their marriage. I'm not exactly sure how long they've been together, but I am interested and curious to see what's going to happen with it, and I'm glad to see some more content coming out in the web reality space. So we'll see what they're going to be covering.
D'Angelo?
Well, I'm definitely glad to see some more content coming out in the web reality space. Congratulations to Markel and his husband. I think that it's a good idea. We don't have nothing like that that's out right now. And like Oakland said, they did just get together, or they did just get married. So it's definitely going to be nice to see those open conversations that they're going to be having. Because you got to know that they're going to be basing some of those conversations off their real life stuff that's going on in their life and where they're at right now, right? So it's going to be nice to see that journey with them. And then it's also going to be able to be nice to see what a newly married couple goes through. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. So I'll definitely be tuned in. The first episode was good. I watched it.
All right, and our second topic is Sevn Deep. So Sevn Deep is a music artist who is a former Chasing Dallas cast member for season 5. So he came out with a new video called AI Visual, and I see that he has good quality still. The moves are great. The whole setup was perfect. How do y'all feel about it? We're gonna start with you, OJ.
I appreciated it. I love seeing an independent artist grind, especially one from this era, this web reality space, doing their thing, pushing out their music, especially when it's good music. I like the song, I like the visual. Like you said, the quality was great. The visual actually was of good quality. Love the choreo. I think that he has a good product on his hands. So it made me want to go back and revisit some of the music that I've heard from him before that I haven't heard in a while, and look forward to what he has next.
Definitely.
Angela?
Um, I have to agree. I definitely think that it was good to see it, and I definitely can't wait to see what he has next. I definitely agree. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, and speaking of music videos, we have another music artist in the web reality space, and his name is Metrozay. He came out with a new song called Bush Queen Anthem, and I feel like it was a bob. D'Angelo, how do you feel about it?
It was a vibe. I ain't even gonna hold you. You can't ask me because I'm a little bit biased because I kind of like Metro Day, so you can't ask me. I don't think he can do no wrong. So I mean, you gonna have to pass to Oakland, but Metro Day, you did your big one. How you doing, by the way?
I have to check it out again. I thought that on a first listen, it's something that could definitely be catchy. I didn't necessarily get into the lyrical content on my first listen to it, so I have to definitely give it another listen. As far as the production of it, I thought it was pretty good, and I thought that he definitely put some money into it. So that I was happy to hear. But as far as the quality of the song itself, I'm gonna have to revisit it and see what I think. So we'll follow up later on that.
All right, and for our last topic for the morning tea, we have Oliver Twist, and he recently just posted a video of DL Men, and it was also relating to the topic recently that happened with the Girl Lala situation, and we have a clip that we want to show you guys. Take a look.
Policy set in place. If anything happened to them, it should be a celebration, not a memorial. We should not be crying because if you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Ooh,
See, what you got to
squad name.
understand is you ain't talking about your cousins and your uncles and whoever else you done had. You talking about, relevant individuals. Again, guys, by the book for engagement.
I didn't date some people. What other reason would there be for me to get out there and talk about my interactions with them other than clout? I feel like if you participate in any activity with a man who says, I would like to keep this sexual interaction private and away from the public, you should see that through. Now, it's one thing if the DL guy has endangered you or has endangered someone else or is an endangerment to people. Yes, expose him.
But that particular individual, I don't even want to speak on his name.
We don't have
But
to.
he is trash. He's bottom of the barrel, and he going to get exactly what he deserves. And I have never wished that on nobody, but he is going to get what he deserves. Bitch, you're the motherfucking closing hoe, and your time is coming. Your time is coming. Where they going to close that motherfucker on your ass. Okay? Stop doing that, gay boys. Trans girls, stop doing that shit. It's not because I want them. That's only 35 to 50% of the reason. It's because it's dangerous for you.
You've tricked this person to think that this part of their life is safe with you, and now you violated that. See, to me, it feels like a violation.
You cannot be out here exposing men who you chose to lay down with. I had a sister, a close friend of mine. We go back and forth about this all the time. She said, "Oh, you better tell me." I say, "I never will. I will go to him and I have a man-to-man conversation with him and say, now you know that's my sister, bro. Don't even talk to her."
You wouldn't tell your close girlfriends or
I would tell her, and this is how I want other people to do. Practice this. My gay guys, take lessons. You go to the girl and say, "Don't talk to him." She gonna say, "Why?" "Ooh, bitch, bitch." She gonna do all that. "Ooh, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him." There's only two things that he could possibly be, girl. He could be married or he could be gay. Don't talk to him. Or three, he could be sick. Don't talk to him. It's only three things that this man could be. Or a murderer. Or if someone say, don't talk to somebody, listen.
Oh, my thoughts on this are complicated. I did a whole episode on this on my podcast with Reese, Casually Deep, Tune In, Why Are Men Still DL. But I think that exposing DL men is complicated. I lean more towards what Oliver said. If you engage with a situation with the DL men where he expresses to you up front that he wants to keep the situation private or that he is DL and you agree to follow through with the interaction willingly, then you follow through with the interaction willingly. Where the caveat comes in is if there's a necessary reason to expose for safety reasons, whether it be, safety when it comes to health reasons or for physical reasons, you know what I mean? That's something different. But at this point, we are all grown. If you go into a situation knowing what it is, then you follow through with what it is. And unless there's, a threatening reason to go against that. I just, specifically speaking, I don't have all the details, so I can't speak to that. But when it comes to DL men and exposing them, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
All right, that is all for our morning tea. But before we end this segment, I want to play two games with you guys. The first game I want to play with y'all is going to be called Toast or Toasted. So the rules of the game is there's going to be a picture on the screen of the Red Reality stars, and I want both of y'all's opinions on it, whether if it's toast or toasted.
Okay.
All right, so we have a picture of Neiman. So what do y'all think of this picture? Is it toast or toasted?
It's a toast.
I think it's a toast. I'm usually not one for graphic tees or like messages on people's t-shirts that are like huge like that. But when it's Black excellence, I can't do anything but appreciate it. So matching the shirt with the shoes, black pants is always a go for me. So it's a toast.
Okay. All right, our next person is Carl. So is this outfit a toast or toasted?
I'm gonna say toasted. And only reason is because I just can't stand outfits with visible underwear. It's just that's just not my thing. I hate it. Mind you, the underwear is his skin color, so I will give him kudos and grace for that. But it's the see-through outfit with what looks to be like a fur-like jacket. The mix of seasons. I see what you were going for, but it just didn't all the way go there for me.
Toasted. It just wasn't put together well. I think he brought good pieces, but too many good pieces in one can overshadow something. So it wasn't put together well.
Okay. So we have two toasted. The next one is Rick Rosa. Is it a toast or is it getting toasted?
He's comfortable. Very much airport. I love it. He is comfortable.
It's the pose for me.
It is. It's the pose. I
It's
think.
the
Okay, so
pose.
right, the outfit is giving very much airport. I don't know if he was going to the airport, but that's what it was giving. But the pose did it for me. It's a good picture. No shade. It's literally a good picture. So I'm gonna give him that. Yes, that is a good picture. No shade. He did that. I'm gonna give him. Was it toasted or untoasted?
And toast or toasted.
Okay, I'm gonna give him toast. He did a good job. Good job, baby. Here she go.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say toasted only because it's a little too casual to be going anywhere. This is very like if you was laying around the house taking pictures, and this is very much I'm finna give like a Fashion Nova loungewear set moment for Instagram. Toast all the way down. The pose is it. The environment is it. It's sickening. But you look like you outside somewhere. Looking like you quarantined.
The quarantine.
The pieces are nice. Now, mind you, the outfit is nice. It's not an ugly outfit. It's way too casual for me to be going anywhere. Like, I'm like, where are you going in this outfit? And then the environment that you're in, you're way too casual to be in this full lit box photo booth moment. Like, this is a moment I need a fit, and you look like you going to check the mail.
What if he was outside in his cold?
Go to Target. You would be the best dressed bitch in Target. 1,000,000%. But you look way too casual to be wherever you are that is outside.
Target Lovey got some good clothes though.
Down.
All right, and the next question we have is Metrozay. Is this a toast or is it toasted?
Toast.
Take your jacket off, babe, and you got my toast.
Take the jacket off?
Take the jacket off. So I'm pretty sure it was warm out there. It wasn't cold. Take the jacket off, and he got my thing. all he needed was a green suit. No shade. I mean, he's fine within himself, right? So take the green suit off. Take not keep the green suit on, but take the jacket off. I mean, the coat, not the jacket. Take the coat off.
Take the animal off.
Yeah, we didn't need that. However, I see where he was going. He felt good as fuck that day. Let's be very clear. He felt very good. But the coat, you was eating. You still was eating.
I like the coat. I do.
You like the coat?
It's
You
a
like
coat
the animal?
only because of the environment. Like you're
I'm
at
calling Peter.
so if you're showing up to an award show, give pomp and circumstance, show out, put that shit on, and really step. Get them girls something to look at. You know what I'm saying? Give Getty Images a moment. You know what I'm saying? If this was the step and repeat at the club,
I'm calling
You
Peter.
said Getty Images. And we have Dior.
That's my
Is
girl.
this outfit a toast or is it toasted?
toast. It's a toast because it looks good, right? Like he looks good. I have nothing to say about the outfit. I just wish people put more into their club wear, right? Like, in essence, you're wearing a t-shirt, some pants, and some sneakers. You could literally wear that anywhere, right? But you out. But because you got Balenciaga across your chest, now all of a sudden it's club wear. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, we need a jacket here. That's really what it is for me. We need a jacket here. But it's still a toast.
It's a toast for me. Let's say Dior brings fashion. It's a toast.
He does.
Yeah.
I can say that. All right, and the next star we have is Cedric. Is his outfit a toast or are you giving him a toasted?
Give him a toast. He did a good job. He going to the mall.
Why is the jacket backwards?
Wait, the jacket backwards?
I don't understand. Why
It
is the
is, girl. Girl, my glasses is
Oh,
on, girl. Is it on? Is it recording? My glasses is on.
like it's
Okay, it is backwards.
a bomber jacket?
He wanted to show off the brand.
Wait
No
a minute.
shade. You really couldn't get into if you looking really quick and scrolling on Instagram, you really can't like tell that it's backwards. No shade. But if you get into and you slow down, then you can like, okay, it's backwards. But I think he's like trying to show off the brand. Maybe he's trying to get a brand deal, y'all.
It kind of looked like a jacket, but then it also like a pullover in a sense. But...
That's a Letterman's jacket. That boy wore that jacket outside backwards. Toasted.
All right, so that was the end of Toast or Toasted. Now we have our second game, and it's called Who You Sitting With. So this game here, there's going to be a picture on the screen again, and it's going to have people of the Web Reality series in each table, and it's going to be 4 different tables.
Okay.
So we have table 1 with Lauren England, Really BTV, Kwanzaa Alexander, Barbie Bankrose, Nicole Wright, and Abby Reviews.
Okay, I'm definitely sitting at this table because I have questions. I have questions for Lauren. I have questions for Barbie. Nicole is gorgeous, and I don't really know Relly or Abby Reviews too much, so I would want to get to know them. And Kwanzaa is just an interesting girl who's from Alabama, and I spent a lot of time there, so I would like to have a conversation with her as well. So I feel like I would get some good conversations out of everybody.
I'm sitting at this table myself. It's definitely good. I feel like it'll give a lot of kikis, a lot of laugh moments, and you know I'm all here for a good kiki. So I think with all of them put together, we'd probably be kikiing too much and might get kicked out the function. But I'm here for it. I'll sit at the table.
Right. All right, so going to our next table, we have Ty Valentino, Mark Margiela, Tremel, Carrie D, Sevn Deep, and Oliver Twixt. Would y'all want to sit at this table?
Um, if I had a place card at the table and I was assigned to sit there, I would sit there. Would I choose to sit there? Probably not, because I don't know what I would talk to any of these people about.
Give me 3 out of the table and I'll sit with them. Only 3.
Who are the 3? Name.
Ooh, you messy. I'm gonna take Sevn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Tremel.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take Oliver Twixt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a musical set right there. So I see what you did there.
Combined with me, I think we'll have a good time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and we have our third table, which producers. We have K Star, Lester Matthews, Rico Cassadon, Markel Coleman, Gregory Ruffin, and Trex. Would y'all sit at this table?
No.
Damn.
That was fast.
That was quick as hell.
Quicker than the second coming of Jesus.
Did you see this before we got on here?
No.
God damn.
Yeah, the reason why is just because there's some people that I would want to have conversations with personally that I wouldn't want to have conversations with in a group setting. So I feel like I just wouldn't want to be sitting at the table with a lot of these people. And then also there's a couple of people at this table who are known for being in drama and mess. So I feel like this table is going to be full of potato salad with raisins in it, and I'm not here for it.
I'll sit at the table because I want to know the conversation. I'm intrigued to have a conversation with some of those people.
Who?
So I will sit at the table.
Who?
We love a good interview.
I would love to have a conversation with Rico Cassadon.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have a conversation. Well, I already had a conversation with Gregory. He was pretty cool. We got mutual friends, so I know that he must be a good person. Markel, we speak occasionally when we see each other out. No bad blood there. And then Trax, I want to sit down and have a conversation.
Okay, nice.
Great selection. All right, and on to our table, which is the messy table. Oh. So we have Elijah Aiden, aka TTB, Manaya Adams Dove, Harviana, JT Draysenberg, and YLB Lenny. Would y'all be sitting at this table?
Nope.
I'm sitting at the table. And let me tell you why. Because I want to talk to TTB. Lenny, I like Lenny. Show me who else was at that table real quick. Do a quick pan through for me real quick. Let's see. JT, I don't know her. I seen the little stuff that happened on the live with her the other day. She was kind of feisty. She was kind of coming back at Nicole. So I guess I'll give her a little bit. I wouldn't be mine. Draysenberg, dying to meet him. Always wanted to meet him. Harvana, she follows me on Instagram. I follow her on Instagram. Never spoke ever, but I'm curious to see what she's about. And Manaya, I want to sit at the table because Manaya gonna read me the fuck down. After all these interviews and stuff we just said about her, baby, she gonna read me down. And I want to sit at the table so she can read me, so I can read her too.
Oh, the library. That's gonna be one busy library. All right, so now that we're done playing with the two games. We will be right back with a helping hand.
All right, everybody, we are back to close out our show. This is our helping hand, and I don't have a specific person that I want to give our helping hand to, but I want to give it to the community, and I want to give it to gay guys in the dating scene who determine their suitors based on descriptors instead of actual red flags. Now, mind you, this is going to be some advice that I kind of take myself. I want you guys to not necessarily look at superficial things like zodiac signs and skin color to determine who is somebody that you should actually be with, and more so get to know a person based on the content of their character. Very Martin Luther King coded. I think that a lot of people are missing out on potential suitors based on things that are stereotypes more so than actual things that those people themselves are actually bringing to you in the relationship. And so I think that if you take the time to look past things that you've heard about, or even that you've experienced in your past, you should take the time to just get to know the person and see who they are. And then if they bring those stereotypes into the situation that they have with you, then count it as a red flag. And if not, then chalk it up to a stereotype. But be open. That's really it. I think that the dating scene is too wide and the pool is too narrow for us to be sitting around playing around with superficial, stupid things that don't really matter at the end of the day, especially because there's an exception to every rule. So my advice is just be open, be honest with yourself, have great communication, and actually date to date instead of just looking for people who fit a certain aesthetic that you want to present on social media. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, that has been this episode of The Morning After. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in and hanging on with us. Make sure you leave your thoughts and your comments in the section below, and tune in with us every single week. We'll be back next week with a new menu and all new team. So, see you next week.